Dear learners, you already know about the number patterns like odd number patterns, even number patterns, and triangular number patterns. Now we are going to study about the specific number patterns called arithmetic progressions. Arithmetic progressions are sequences where the difference between successive terms of a sequence is always the same number. This number is called the common difference and is denoted as D. Now let us see an example. Which of the following sequences are arithmetic? And you have to identify the common difference. In the first example, -3, -1, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. As you can observe, -1 minus -3, the difference between the two consecutive terms is 2. Similarly, 1 minus -1 is again 2. 3 minus 1 is again 2. So the common difference in every two consecutive terms is equal. So it is an arithmetic progression. In the second example, 84, 80, 74, 66, 56, 44. 80 minus 84 is -4. 74 minus 80 is -6. Since the common difference is not same between the two consecutive terms, it is not an arithmetic progression. Similarly, the third example, common difference is -6. So it is an arithmetic progression. And the last one is not an arithmetic progression because the common difference is not same between the two consecutive terms of the sequence. As you can notice in the sequence that if we find the difference between any two consecutive terms, we always get 2. 2 is then called the common difference and is denoted with the letter D. So in the sequence 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, the common difference is 2 and the first term is 1. So to get the next term in the sequence, we would add 2. So a recursive formula for this sequence is an is equal to an minus 1 plus 2. The first term in the sequence would be a1, which is sometimes just written as a. Each time we want another term in the sequence, we would add d. This would mean the second term was the first term plus d. The third term is the first term plus d, which is added twice. The fourth term is the first term plus d added 3 times. So you can see to get the nth term, we would take the first term and add d multiplied by n minus 1 times. Thus an is equal to a plus n minus 1 in bracket multiplied by 3. Try this to get the sixth term. a6 will be given by 1 plus 6 minus 1 in bracket multiplied by 2, and hence it gives us 11. In this way we can find the nth term of the sequences given to us. Let's look at a formula for an arithmetic sequence and see what it tells us. 2n minus 1. As you can see what the common difference will be in the formula, we can think of this as a compensating term. Without it, the sequence would start at 2, but this gets it started where we want it. So when n is equal to 1, we get 2 multiplied by 1 minus 1, which is equal to 1. When n is equal to 2, we get 2 multiplied by 2 minus 1, which gives us 3. And when n is equal to 3, we get 2 into 3 minus 1 is equal to 5, and so on. Thus, the sequence becomes 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 2n would generate the multiples of 2. With the minus 1 on the end, everything is back 1. What would we do if we wanted the sequence 2, 6, 10, 14, 18? The general form of an arithmetic sequence. As we have observed, the first term is denoted as a. The second term a2 is written as a plus d. Third term a3 is written as a plus d is equal to a plus 2d. And fourth term a4 is written as a plus d is equal to a plus 3d. So nth term is given by an is equal to a plus n minus 1 in bracket multiplied by d. So formula for the nth term of an arithmetic sequence. an is equal to a1 plus n minus 1 in bracket multiplied by d, where an is the nth term, a1 is the first term which is sometimes also written as a, n is the term number and d is the common difference. If we know any three of these, we'll be able to find the fourth term. Now we come to arithmetic series. When the term of a sequence are added, we get a series. For examples, the sequence 2, 4, 6, 8 gives the series 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus and so on. To find the sum of an arithmetic series, we can derive a formula that can be used for finding the sum of the terms of an arithmetic series. Often in applications, we'll want the sum of a certain number of terms in an arithmetic sequence. This story is about a school teacher in somewhere 1700s. He wanted to keep his class busy while he graded papers, so she asked them to add up all of the numbers from 1 to 100. These numbers are an arithmetic sequence with the common difference 1. Carl Gauss was in the class and had the answer in a minute or two. And remember, no calculators in those days. And this is what he did. Writing the sequence from 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 up to 100, he added the first term and the last term, second term and the second last term, and with 100 numbers, there are 50 pairs that add up to 101 each time. So 50 multiplied by 101 gives us 5050. Let us take an example to find the sum of first 10 terms of the series. Writing out all 10 terms, we have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 up to 10. So adding the first and last terms gives us 11. Adding the second and the next to last term gives 11. The term 10 gives 5 pair of size 11, which is equal to 55. When we write this as a formula, we have n by 2 in bracket a plus l, where l is the last term. For any arithmetic series, the sum of n terms is given by Sn is equal to n by 2 in bracket a plus l. Since the last term is also the nth term, so last term can also be written as L is equal to a plus n minus 1 in bracket multiplied by d. Substituting for L in the formula for the sum gives an alternative form, which is Sn is equal to n by 2 in bracket 2a plus n minus 1 d. So we come to the summary of what we have learned today. An arithmetic sequence is always of the form a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d. The nth term of an arithmetic progression is always given by Tn or An is equal to a plus n minus 1 d, and the sum of n terms of an arithmetic series is given by Sn is equal to n by 2 a plus l, or Sn is equal to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 in bracket multiplied by d.